I make it say,
Oh, 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 oh.
when I
Poker face, poker face.
I make it say,
Oh, 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 oh.
what up?
I don't want to know.
Alright, is this working? Yeah, okay, I can hear myself. Alright, cool. How's everyone going? How's everyone doing? Alright. There was a certain part of my education that I feel my parents slouched on when I was growing up, that everyone hopes their parents would kind of set straight for them. And when I was growing up, my parents never gave me the talk. So everything I learned was from school and in movies, and this kind of it was a little awkward because every time I encountered anything new as far as sex or relationships, I didn't know what I was doing. Like, they didn't set me up with it. The closest I had to the talk was one time when I was down visiting my father. Well, he comes up to me, I'm about 13, and he goes, "Hey, Ryan, are you hanging out with any girls?" I'm like, not really, Dad. They don't like me. They think I'm a dumbass and I'm smelly. And he goes, "Well, you're gonna have to fix that. But do you like girls, Ryan?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, like I said, they don't like me." And I could see he was relieved because he's like, "Whew, I thought you were gay there for a second." Oh, man, I'm really, not that there's anything wrong with being a gay, Ryan. I would still accept you for who you are, but, you know, no father wants his son to be gay. And I was like, "Well, Dad, that's a little offensive. I don't really know what I am. I'm 13, but pretty sure I like girls." And because of this, I really never knew what to do. So like the first time that I went to buy condoms was like probably one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. Like I grew up with pretty conservative parents. Like my mom and stepdad have still never even said the word sex in front of me. And so I didn't know, like, and we were in a small town, so I had to drive 45 minutes to go get condoms because if I had bought it at the general store in town, my parents would know about it. It was one of those kind of small towns. And they were like, "Who do you think you're gonna have horrible sex with?" And I was like, so I just went to, the place I went was a Walmart because I figured if anywhere I go where someone won't judge me, it's gotta be Walmart. They don't really have a right to. So I find them, and anybody else notice that condoms are like in the worst place for anybody? Like they're the last place you would expect them to be because they're right next to the baby food and the diapers, which is what you're trying to avoid. So it doesn't really make sense that the place you would go to get that would be where they already are. And I just feel bad for the guys who never know, and then their wife sends them to get baby food, and then they just turn around after picking it up. Like, fuck! They were right here the whole time. Damn you, Gerber baby. That was not where I was gonna look for condoms. Oh yeah, and then you just have to stick with your baby even though you didn't want it because that's what society says you should do. Peer pressure's on, folks. Anyway, so the first time I bought condoms, I was a little nervous. I was like, I can't just walk up and buy condoms and look the person in the eye because then they're just gonna be like, "Oh, so you got some condoms. Wonder what you're doing." So I was like, I probably should hide it. I should hide it with a bunch of other random items and maybe they'll just not notice. And I think I got like the strangest assortment of things that you could get. Like I got like a 32-ounce Powerade because I was gonna need it. And I got like Ritz crackers and peanut butter. And then like I picked up a movie. I picked up like Home Alone 2, which is a little strange now that I think about it. I mean, Macaulay Culkin going like this all movie? That's odd to want to have sex after that. But another awkward moment is, have you guys ever watched a movie with your girl and then kind of had sex after it and then thought back on what movie you were watching before you did it and you kind of just feel dirty inside? Like, anybody have any movies they just felt awkward with? Like, you can shout some movies out. Like,
Land Before Time!
Land Before Time! You're a badass. Alright, see, those were kind of just like awkward because those were innocent children. Mine was the opposite of that. One time, me and my girl were just hanging out in bed, and we got about halfway through American History X. I don't know if you know what that movie is. It's against racism, But the way they prove to you racism is bad is by being so racist. Like the whole movie, you're just like, oh my god. If you don't know, it's about these two brothers who are in the KKK, and the one went to jail, and the other one is in school, and they're like, hey, you're on the wrong path, don't do this. And anyway, basically the whole movie's about that. And there's this scene where Edward Norton just curb stomps the shit out of this dude. And it was an African-American dude, and he just curb stomps the shit out of him. And roughly 5 minutes after that, I just looked over at my girl, and we kind of had this telepathic look, and I was like, are you ready to go? And then she was like, I guess I might as well get this over with. So we do it, and now that I think about it, I just feel so dirty after watching that movie. But it's okay. I told myself I'm not a racist because I masturbate to black chicks. So I'm not racist. Anyway, I'm just gonna end my set there because that's a pretty good place to leave it.